Homestead Carroll, this could easily be a game of the week. You're talking about, based on the standings, this should help solidify or define who finishes second in the SAC. You would think if everything plays out accordingly, according to the numbers. What do you see as the biggest one in this one? Obviously, it's a rivalry game. These two teams don't like each other, and they're both playing pretty darn good football, specifically Carroll, who comes in riding a 4-game winning streak.
Jack Miguel, week one, he was rattled by that Bishop Luers defense. Threw 3 interceptions, just had no confidence to get the ball downfield at all. And then since then, he's progressively improved, and now over the last 3 weeks has thrown 14, 15 touchdown passes in 3 weeks. I mean, the kid has had an amazing turnaround and really improved and grown comfortable in that offense. And his guys on the outside have really benefited from his play. So Jack Miguel is the key to this game, in my opinion, because Carroll's going to have to score points to keep up with the Homestead defense. Homestead offense. I don't think Carroll can keep them off the scoreboard enough to win it defensively. I think this is going to be a shootout, and we'll see if Jack Miguel and that offense is ready.
I love that you mentioned Jack Miguel, because if we didn't have Jaya Wright having his Peter Morrison type of season, I think people would have to he'd be in the discussion, Jack Miguel would be, into quarterbacks having the best seasons. You're talking about,
sure.
Jaya's got 1,500 yards passing, 20 touchdowns, 68% passing, 500 yards rushing, 9 touchdowns. Miguel's numbers are pretty comparable. 60% passing, 1,400 yards. We're talking 14 TDs in the air and 6 TDs on the ground with over 300 yards rushing. He's kind of like, I don't want to say Jaya light,
right?
But he's also had to face, Luers and Snyder in week 1 and week 2. Now that they've gotten that out of their system and gotten things down pat with, both of the Beckers, you got the Herod kid making plays. I feel like Carroll's offense is really starting to roll, and maybe Jack Miguel isn't getting as much credit just because of the season guys like Jaya are having.
Yeah, and I agree. And I think, to bounce back from that 0-2 start, to win 4 straight and really regain confidence and then get the momentum going over the past month, it's been tremendous for Carroll. They did a great job after bouncing back, starting out 0-2. Now they get their rival to really try to prove something big here in the area by attempting to knock off Homestead.
When you take a look at what Carroll can do defensively, how do they match up with trying to stop Jaya Wright? Do they look at the blueprint of the Snyder game? Because Snyder wasn't able to contain him, but the other guys didn't hurt them.
Right, definitely. Do you put a spy on Jaya Wright? And this is something where Snyder did not do it because, Kurt Tippmann said, our guys are assignment driven. We're going to put them where they're supposed to be, and if they play to the game plan, they should be fine. The problem with Jaya Wright is he's very unorthodox. Like, he's not going to do what you expect him to do. And if you put a spy on him, you think, okay, maybe he can limit that scrambling ability. So is this the game, where Carroll says we're absolutely going to put a linebacker every play on Jaya Wright and try to contain him? I don't know if that works, but it seems like what defenses have done up to now has not worked.
Right,
so,
you might as well try something new.
Right, try something new. Maybe you even put 2 guys. I don't know. I mean, that's the thing with Jaya Wright is he makes so many things happen. Is how do you defend him, especially once he gets out of that pocket? They have so many design scrambles where it's a run-pass option on the outside that he's able to either throw it downfield or he takes off. I mean, he's just so unpredictable, and defenses even good defenses have trouble with it.
How do you see this one playing out? What would your prediction be for Friday night?
I don't see Carroll being able to keep up offensively with Homestead. I think that's the big key. And maybe I'm wrong. Jack Miguel's playing tremendous, but I think that's what it comes down to is Carroll defense is going to have to get a couple stops, but that Carroll offense is going to have to score almost every time they have the ball to have a shot.